are back, and today we are watching Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. Oh yeah, you didn't know that was the name of the movie? Yeah, it's called Stitch Has a Glitch. So, Cora, what happened last time in Lilo and Stitch?
I'm just going to cut straight to the end, because why not?
Well, just roughly, quick, a generic thing, what happened? What is Stitch?
Stitch is an alien who come to us, and he had four arms.
Got adopted?
Got it adopted, but before he got adopted, he had four arms. And somehow he put the arms inside his body.
Yeah, and? Then what happened?
Lilo and Stitch gets caught. Stitch managed to escape, but now Lilo...
Get caught by who?
Bad guys, duh.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say bad guys. The aliens that came to capture Stitch.
But they're still the bad guys. Guys. Guys.
Okay. Anyways, what happens?
Stitch escapes, and then...
Well, not technically. Technically, they do end up catching him, but because Lilo adopted him from the pet's place, they can't take Stitch, and the family can't be split up because of the aliens, and the mosquitoes are saved for another day.
Yay, I guess.
So anyways, this movie, do you think it's going to be better or the same or worse than the first one?
I think it's going to be the same. Because it's going to take off, because I'm thinking it's going to take right off where it ended in the first movie.
I don't remember. I don't remember if this acts as a pilot to the show or if it was its own movie. I do know there is one other, I think there's one other movie that is a conclusion to the TV series, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know if that's this movie or not, so.
What movie?
But all I can say is I guess we'll find out. So, you ready to dive in Lilo and Stitch and return to Hawaii?
Yes.
Alright, see you guys after the movie.
Bye.
Dear Diary, Stitch has been doing really great. His goodness level is way up. And climbing. I've been helping him get in touch with his inner Elvis. This is the exact bench where Elvis sat in Blue Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's him.
But something strange is happening. Stitch is acting really weird, even for Stitch.
What?
I don't know if there's enough Ohana in all of Hawaii to fix this problem.
All new from Walt Disney Pictures, the sequel to the hit movie Lilo and Stitch. But this time, Stitch has a glitch. Lilo and Stitch, Stitch has a glitch. Only on Disney DVD Fall 2005.
Alright, Cora. Lilo and Stitch 2, what was it about?
So we found out that Stitch, when he was being made, he had to charge, but he wasn't fully charged.
And?
And they have to go ahead and find a way to fix it. Well, fix Stitch. And he can't control the glitch. And he can't control himself. so he's like, good to bad, and it's like random. It's good, and then when it's all going bad.
Yeah.
And,
Birdie, be quiet. Go lay down.
then they go ahead and the two aliens, Pinky and
Jumba.
Dumbo, only know, so they have to go ahead and fix this machine, which does not work. They try the first time, and later in the movie, they try a second time. Does not work, but at the second time, something does work.
Yeah.
It's the power of love, because Lilo fixes the problem.
Yep. Just kind of magically happens in the end. I kind of thought like, oh, okay, maybe it took a minute, but
Yeah, but
would have only made sense maybe if like Jumba didn't stop the machine, if it stopped on its own, and it just like never bumped him up, but then like it took a while and then it bumped him up after. Would have made a little sense, like it just needed a moment to activate the recharge, but I don't know.
yeah, but like never do it, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually work in real life.
A human would die if
Yeah.
we shoved one in a fusion reactor.
And also, if a human dies, love will not actually fix it.
Is there anything else going on in the movie besides the whole Stitch thing?
I do not want to spoil it, so
You're not gonna spoil it. If they're watching this, hopefully they've already seen the movie.
what if they
They're
didn't?
just making sure they're just seeing what you have to say about it.
And so,
Alright, so you want to take a break and come back and do the score then? If you're not going to say anything else about the hula competition or them going to all the Elvis spots?
what if they already seen it? They already know the parts.
Well, I want to hear your intelligence of the story. Alright, so you ready?
Let's go!
Alright, be right back after this and we will give our final score.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, And from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, Cora, so, on a scale of 1 to 10, Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch has a glitch, what would you give it?
I would give it a 9 out of 10. The only thing that's stopping it from being a 10 is the people. I mean, it was clear because anytime, like, when Stitch turned bad, he had green eyes.
Yeah.
And if I believe so, and don't ask, for those who hasn't watched it, maybe Lilo didn't see it because they were probably in the sea. Nope, you won't. The only time that we do see them in the sea is in the beginning of the movie. Nothing else.
Okay. Do you have a favorite part?
Excuse me, I wasn't done with my comment.
Well, you stopped and you started stretching and moving, so you sure seemed like you were done.
Anyways, back to what I was saying before I really got interrupted.
You just love saying that. Come on, spit it out.
Okay, anyways, like, they should have seen the green eyes. Especially the parts when they were straight up looking at Stitch when he had the green eyes. Makes no sense. I mean, at least Lilo or somebody who seen Stitch with the green eyes should have been, Stitch has green eyes, and when the green eyes stopped, he is now going bad. Or something like that.
Well, Junge saw it, and that's how he knew something was wrong with Stitch.
Yeah, but like, the humans.
As far as I saw, every time his eyes turned green and he was freaking out, they were always looking away. And when they looked back at Stitch, he looked normal. But things were destroyed. And it happened so quickly that, yeah, it maybe it didn't register with you, but they were actually looking away at those split seconds. So you have a favorite part or what?
I mean, I did like the end because Stitch is saved by Lilo with the power of love.
Yeah.
And also, like I said before, that is not actually true. So.
Oh, some people would disagree.
Well, you can't revive someone from the dead by losing love.
They can use love to cling on to life, to fight, to stay alive. Sometimes people believe that just the mere will to survive.
You're not getting it. I'm saying they can't revive. They can't revive somebody from the dead.
Well, I don't think he was actually dead. I think Jumbo's machine did work, did give Stitch back energy. It just took a little minute for it to take effect. Sometimes when you put some, like, like a game in. The game doesn't just automatically start up on your machine. Sometimes it takes a second for the machine to recognize the disc.
One.
And then it loads it up. Maybe that was just what was going on with Stitch. Anyways, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Lilo and Stitch to Stitch Has a Glitch. I'd also give it a 9 out of 10. It was good. It just wasn't as good as the original. It was plenty. There were plenty of scenes that were funny. It just felt very small scale compared to the original. It lacked some of the intensity, but it still had some of that big movie quality. But yeah, I don't know. It like she was saying too, the whole ending scene felt like it could have been handled just a little bit better. But overall, like I said, I still enjoyed it. It's still interesting. I did find out, I checked on IMDb, there are 2 other Lilo and Stitch movies. There's Stitch the movie and Leroy and Stitch.
Yes!
Stitch the movie is kind of the pilot to the Lilo and Stitch TV show, which I showed you an episode of. And then Leroy and Stitch, I believe, finishes off the TV show. So, I don't know if we'll ever get around to those, but we might watch those on our own sometime, if I can ever find them. I don't know if we'll ever get Disney Plus, so... But... Did you enjoy these?
Yes, I did!
So where does Stitch rank for you? Who's cuter? Stitch or Grogu? One's blue, one's green. They kind of have a similar look, don't they? Stitch and Grogu.
Put Grogu and Stitch on the screen right now and tell me in the comments if they look the exact same, please.
Not the exact same. Just very similar. I mean, look at your shirt. Look at Stitch. Now look over there and look at Grogu. Except Grogu's not fluffy.
Cute and fluffy.
So you think Stitch is cuter? Alright, well, that's going to wrap up this episode. I think I broke her. I think Cora has a glitch.
Hey!
So, we'll see you all in the next episode, which I think might be a surprise. So, we'll see you later.
Woo-hoo!